Hi, I'm Chris Fortune, and I'll be walking you through the RC build study group. This week we worked on implementing the new forum channel so that way users are able to create forum channels under a set subject so they can be more specific about certain topics and keep those conversations separate. Um, Furthermore, we also changed creating an account. So basically, the overall user experience so far is just being reworked and fine-tuned to make sure the user is having a good time while using Study Group. To begin here, let's go ahead and show you the new Create account. Before, alert dialogues were presented to the user, displaying them that they needed to fill out this information. So if I were to go ahead and let's say, let's go ahead and pick a picture here for a profile. We will use cottage cheese, and we will continue. If we press create account here, you can see that the first name, last name, username, email, password, and verify password fields are highlighted red. This is to let the user know that these fields need to be filled out to continue creating an account. If we go ahead and we fill in this information real quick, let me actually change this real quick because I already have a profile with that picture. I would like to keep it separate just so it's not as confusing there. So we'll go ahead and use this picture. We will crop that, and let's go ahead and fill this out here. So we'll say Hunter, last name, we'll say Fortune, username, let's go ahead and say Hunter Fortune 97. Email, I'm going to go ahead and use my school email here. chfortune at student.fullsail.edu. We'll go ahead and enter in a password of 123456, and we will enter in the password again to verify that we typed it in correctly. So let's go ahead and create an account here. As you can see, an alert dialog, or progress bar, sorry, is being displayed so that the user knows their account is being created. So that's creating an account. Let me go ahead and log out here and log into my account that I use. Let's log into that. 6. And as you can see, we're logged in. Upon creating an account or logging in, the user is taken to the public flashcard screen. From here, they're able to select a subject. So if we were to go to computer science, we'll see that there is a test here that I have created and set to public. If the user go ahead and would tap on that, they are greeted with an alert dialog that asks them if they want to take the test. If they cancel, it'll just dismiss this alert dialog. If they want to take the test, they click take test, and this will allow the user to take that public flashcard test. So real quickly, let's go ahead and take this. We'll go ahead and answer all of these, and as you can see, it's determining if the user's inputting the correct answer or not, and it's also displaying a timer here to show the user how long it's taking them to complete the test. If I go ahead and answer all these questions correctly, it's going to display that it was correct. It's going to display the correct versus wrong. Again, this is a render bug. Why it's not displaying that number is beyond me. If we go down here to the answered versus skipped, it's displaying how many questions we answered correctly there. And then right here, it's displaying the percentage score overall. So you can see that we got 100% on that test. It also displays the question numbers that we answered correctly, and if we were to answer a question wrong, it would display the question number that we got wrong. If we go ahead and continue, because we got 100% on the test, our score will be added to the leaderboard for that public flashcard test. So that means the user has the ability to create or to see other people that have taken that test here. So as you can see, it's displaying the order of the test here, or the leaderboard users for that test, as well as their time. Continuing would allow the user to leave that leaderboard. Let's go ahead and go to the study group map here. Let's go ahead and allow that, so we can allow our device location. And as you can see here, this is displaying a map of study groups that are nearby. By default, the search range is set to 25 miles. And then here, the user is able to scale that search range up to 100. From here, the user is able to create a study group. So if we go ahead and were to type in this information, we will call this iOS dev study. We'll just call it iOS dev or development here. And we'll give it a subject of mobile development. And we'll go ahead and enter in address here. Timber Drive and Cross Junction, VA. As you can see, the user can't type in the data here. They use these buttons here to pick the date and time for the study group that they are creating. So we'll go ahead and set the study group to be on the 26th and say OK. And we will pick the study group to be at, let's do 5:35 here. Say OK. And let's set our max attendee count to 10. Upon clicking save, this will create the study group, and it will send the user to the study group screen. So if you go back here, you can see, if we zoom out on the map here, the study group that we just created is right here. And then from here, for a user that has not joined, they can see the details of the study group, such as the subject here, the date, the time, the creator, the max attendee count, as well as the address. And then here again, it displays a map area for them to see on the map where it's at, as well as displaying the attendees to that study group. Since we're already joined in the study group, there's no need to press this. So we will go out and go back here to the study group. From here, the user has the ability to create flashcard tests for the study group that they have joined or created. So if they were to click on this button here, it will take them to enter in a flashcard test for their study group. So we'll call this iOS 101. We will give it a flashcard count of 3, and we'll continue. So the test is created. Right here, this is displaying the test questions list. Since we haven't created any questions, there are no questions to display. So if we go ahead and add some questions here, let's go ahead and do that. Let's say question 1 here with an answer of A1. Go next question. If we view the previous question here, the user has the ability to move back and see the previous questions that they have created. So if we go back here, let's go ahead and say Q2, and we'll say A2. Say next question, and we'll say Q3, and we'll say A3 here for the answer. And as you can see, if I go ahead and press next question, it will not go to question 4 because we set our question count to be 3 questions. So if we go back to our questions list, as you can see, the questions that we have created here are now being displayed in the list view. So if we go back here to the study group, if the user would like to edit the test, they have the ability to do so by long pressing down on it. And then from here, to edit the test, you can go ahead and press OK, and this will display the questions again. And then if they want to take the test, they have the ability to do so. So if they just click on the test, they can go ahead and take that test. So let's go ahead and say OK real quickly. Let's say Q, or let's go and say A2. And we'll check that, and as you can see, it displays that it was wrong, and it also displays the correct answer for the user. We'll go ahead and press next. We say A2, we'll check correct. Say A3, we'll check correct. And if we go here, it will display the results of the test that we just took. It displays the questions that we got correct as well as the questions that we got wrong, as well as the overall percentage score. If we go back to the study group here, and we take this test again, but this time if we take it to get 100%, so if we answer all these questions correctly, whoops, and then go here, check answer, say A2, check, A3, check, then they would be taken to the leaderboard here to display the leaderboard of the study group. But because we did not get 100 on that test, it will not display a leaderboard. This here is a bug, and this needs to just take the user back to the study group if they did not receive 100. That will be fixed this week. Going down here to the topic of the day, from here, this will display a set topic, set every 24 hours, and if they feel that the user would like to join in on the conversation, they can do so by tapping on join the discussion. And from here, they have the ability to send messages to the other users about the topic. So if we were to just say, hello world, and send that, you can see that the message is displayed. If we go ahead and click on that, or long press, we have the ability to edit or delete the message. So if we would like to edit, as you can see, it brings the message down here and pre-fills out what you've already sent before, so you can make changes to it. And if you press save here, it saves the changes and allows the user to edit that message. And if the user would like to delete a message, they have the ability to do so as well by clicking on the delete, verifying that they want to delete the message, and the message has been deleted and is no longer displayed in the form. If we go over here to the forums here, in here there's preset subjects for the user to look at, and then from clicking on a subject, there are other channels that users have created. So if we wanted to go into art and create a forum channel, we can do so. In here, if the user does not enter in a name, it will not dismiss this, so they do have to enter in a channel name if they want to create a forum channel. So we will just call this basic drawing techniques, and we will create this. Upon creating it, it sends the user to the forum room of that channel that they have created. So if you want to send a message, you just type in a message and send it. If we type in another message here, send it, the user again has the ability to either edit the message again, or if they would like to delete the message, they have the ability to do so. Verifying if the user wants to delete, can press delete, the message is deleted. So if you go back to the forums here, you can see if we go into art, the channel that we have created there. This is a bug due to a forum channel data collection change that I have made. This will be fixed and it will display the pardon me, it will display the channel name correctly and the creator of that. If we go in here, the user also has the ability to search for a topic. Going into the public flashcards we have gone over, going to flashcards here, the user has a preset list of subjects here that they can create flashcard tests in. Going in here into the computer science, you can see a flashcard test that I've already created. From here, if the user would like to create another test, they have the ability to do so by clicking on the add icon there. They can enter in a test name, and we will call this iOS 3. Flashcard count is 6. We'll say computer science, and we will make this public. If we go ahead and continue, let me go ahead and lower this count actually. Say continue. If we go into computer science, you can see the test that we have created is being displayed. If we go to the public flashcards, go to computer science, you will see the test that we have created is being displayed there as well. Let's go ahead and go back to that test and add some questions to it. We will edit this test here. Verify if we want to edit. We do. And let's go ahead and add some questions to it. Say Q1, A1, say Q2, A2, say Q3, A3. As you can see, because we set the question count to 3, it will not allow the user to go to the next question because we set the count to 3. So going back to our question list, you can see the questions that we have created are now being displayed here to the user. If they would like to take that test, clicking on the test will display this options menu. From here they can take the test. Let's go ahead and say we want to take it, and let's go ahead and take the test really quick. Next question, Q2, whoops, A2, and then we will say A3. Okay. As you can see, it's displaying the correct versus wrong, as well as the answer versus skipped, the overall percentage score, as well as the flashcard questions that they got correct, and the questions that they get wrong. Clicking on this plus icon will take the user to the leaderboard of that test. Since that test that we just created and just took is a public flashcard test, there is a leaderboard assigned to it. So if a user were to take that test from the public flashcards area, it will display the leaderboard as well. So let's go back real quick to the flashcards section, and let's go here. Well, let's click on iOS 3 and let's go ahead and delete this test. So if a user wants to get rid of a test that they no longer use anymore, they have the ability to do so now. So from here, if they want to verify that they're done with that test, they can delete that test. And then from there, the test is deleted. And if we go into the flashcards, we go to here, you can see the test is no longer displayed. If we go to public flashcards here, and we go into computer science, the test is no longer displayed there. Going down here, if the user wants to view their profile, they have the ability to do so. And from here, clicking on their profile icon will allow them to view their profile. From here, it displays their profile picture, their first, last name, their email, the flashcard test, the flashcard count overall, and as well as the count of study groups that they have attended. From here, the user has the ability to view flashcard tests taken. In here, it displays the test name as well as the date of the test, or the time that the test was taken. Clicking on it will display the results to the user so they can see the wrong and answered. Whoops, right click there to go back. They can see the correct versus wrong, the answered versus skipped, the percentage scored, the questions right, the questions wrong. Going back to the user profile, if we actually go to our study group real quick and we leave this study group, let's go back to our profile here. You can see the study groups attended has gone up. So once you leave a study group, your study group count will rise. If a user would like to go premium on their account, they have the ability to do so here, where it will display the ability to upgrade their account. The reason this is going black in the recording here is because it's displaying credit card information of my account, and that's personal, and do not want to show that and give that away. But this does display a section for the user to upgrade their account to premium. From here, the user can view past study groups that they've been a part of, and as you can see, the study group that we left is now displayed here, where they can go in, view the creator, the address, and the attendees from that study group. If the user would like to edit their profile, they have the ability to do so by changing their profile picture. So let's go ahead and change this profile picture real quickly. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and use some pictures from our recent kayaking trip. And we'll crop that. And let me fill in my full name here, Christopher. And we will add Chris Fortune 97 there. Email, I would like to keep the same. Password, let's go ahead and change that to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. If we were to go ahead and save these changes, a progress bar is displayed, as well as letting the user know that their profile information is being updated. So as you can see, the account picture is changed, as well as my first name has been changed. If we were to log out of this application here, furthermore, if the user has forgotten their password, they can click on Forgot Password, where from here they can enter in their account email. So if we were entering that email of your account, send email, it will display that an email has been sent. So let me go ahead and pull up my email real quickly and show you the reset email that is sent to a user. So in here, if they were to click on this link here, from here, the user is asked to enter in a password. So let's go ahead and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go ahead and press save. So now we can go ahead and sign in with our new password. So let's go ahead and close this. We say OK. Let's go ahead and enter in our email again here. Let's say and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we log in. The user is able to gain access back to their account. Down here, this is displaying AdMob. The reason why they're displaying this is a 468 by 60 test ad is if I were to display real ads, that would get either a suspension or a permanent ban on my AdMob account. So once the application is published, actual ads will be displayed in this AdMob space. Furthermore, if they were to actually in their account upgrade to a premium, the ads would be taken down, so it would become an ad-free experience once they go premium. They would be able to create more flashcard tests, more test questions to a flashcard test, and more features to be added with the premium subscription later on. So this was a overall look of Study Group and its RC build. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for tuning in today.